Hello there, my name is Evelyn Weiss. I'm a digital strategist and a Facebook ads expert, and I help e-commerce businesses, coaches, and course creators to grow online. About 3 months ago, I decided that I want to transition in my business. I had a marketing agency only, so doing Facebook ads and doing a lot of client work, and I also wanted to be able to coach and to teach. So I decided to start a Facebook group and have like a living case study around growing my personal brand. This was working way better than I expected. I had 1,000 members within my group in the first month. I made 10K in new revenue for my business within the first month. And I basically got so many leads that I just couldn't handle them anymore and had to turn down my ads. So things were doing pretty well. As I said, much better than I expected. But my internal structures, they were not growing as fast as my business did. And I'm also a new mom. I had my son back in December, so when I started this venture, he was 4 months old, so still pretty little. And yeah, and I also had like my main business, which is my Facebook ads agency, where I have a big team, where I also have my ongoing clients. So it was all a lot. And that's when I started to, actually, I did not actively look for help. I had one client that I helped growing her group, and she was growing even faster than me. She hit 20K in her first month and was also like exploding with her group. And she was actually really a bit smarter than me because she was helping for a coach to help her with her SOPs and her processes right when she felt like it takes off. And she was telling me about it, and the coach sounded so fantastic that I asked who this is, and this was Claire. So I hopped on a call with Claire. She told me about her pilot program, and I just knew I want to be a part of it. It was like the whole way she already laid it out for me. I knew it will be something for me because you know exactly what you get, but it was also flexible enough to really fit my needs in my business, because I first I had doubts that a program would work for me, because I felt like my business is very special. I have needs. I'm not sure if someone can help me with this. But after having my first call with Claire, I didn't have any doubts at all. And then I was like really, really overwhelmed before starting to work with her. And already in the pre-phase of working with her, in the onboarding phase, things got really, really clear. She had a cool onboarding process. She had a little manual that I worked through. And already there, I became a lot clearer. And then in our first session, it really, like, all this overwhelm and this was just falling off. And after our first session, I was really, really clear on what I want to work on, what I need to focus on, what I need to stop doing. And she, in the first session, it was like really powerful. She just sat there with her notebook and her pen, and she was laying out all those Trello boards for me. It was like a therapy session even. I was just sitting there. There was really not much required from me, and she basically took everything like a brain dump, and she put it into a system and structure that really made sense. And from that point on, things were completely transformed already. And this just kept getting better over the next sessions. So with every session, we would solve like a key problem in my business. But I would really want to say that the first session was already, if the whole program was just the first session, it would have already been worth it. And everything after that was really an add-on, where we got into content creation. How can I be more efficient about that? So there were a lot of things that really cleared up for me. And yeah, it was totally worth it. So I was going from being very, very overwhelmed, feeling guilty all the time because I didn't have enough time for my son, and really struggled to keep up with this, to having a very clear vision, focus, understanding, having to work a lot less, and not needing so much manpower, which obviously I also cost. So after this first month of working with Claire, I doubled my profits from this new business, and I was working less. So if that sounds like something that you want, then I definitely recommend that you work with her. Yeah, so Claire, big thank you at this point. I really enjoy working with you, and I think it's amazing. Yeah, and I hope we continue working together. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.